The sequester slashed tens of billions of dollars in defense, bringing testing of many new military technologies to a screeching halt. Leaders of Nellis Air Force Base say they've felt the squeeze more than most, but say there are still some programs going strong, including the F-35. Brian Brennan takes us behind the security gate and into the flight path of the F-35.
It may become the tip of the spear for the United States Air Force.
I remember just the first time strapping into that thing, and it's almost surreal.
Borrowing some of the best features of the F-16, F-18A-10, and the hovering Marine Corps Harrier, the F-35 is fast, stealthy, and packs a punch.
Fantastic to fly. Very powerful, very maneuverable, very easy to handle.
Lieutenant Colonel Derek O'Malley is the commander of the 59th Test and Evaluation Squadron. His team is told what the jet should be able to do. They find out by pushing it to its limits.
You had an NFL football team with all the greatest players. If that team didn't have plays or the playbook necessary, they'd go on the field and they wouldn't be very effective. So it's our job to take this tremendous platform and really figure out exactly how we're going to use it.
Nellis is where they troubleshoot tactics. It's where the playbook is drawn. The squadron of 200 airmen began work on the F-35 earlier this year. They expect more delivered as the jet approaches IOC, or war readiness. They wouldn't let me bring my cameras onto the flight line today, but one of the first things I noticed when I looked at this F-35, it's about the same size as an F-16, but bulkier. They keep the missiles on the inside to add to its stealth. Lieutenant Colonel O'Malley says the jet is a leap forward in two ways. It's nearly invisible to radar and can almost think on its own, computing data and suggesting what the pilot should do.
The F-35 would take all the pieces of that puzzle for me, and then right there on my display, in a very easy to access way, tell me what I'm fighting and what I need to do to counter it.
The F-35 also requires a pilot to wear a new kind of helmet. It connects to cameras on the outside, making it possible to melt away blind spots, essentially allowing pilots to see through the walls of the aircraft.
It's going to do exactly what it needs to do for America and for our coalition partners.
If the F-35 does become the point at the end of the Air Force's spear, it will have been sharpened at Nellis Air Force Base. Brian Brennan, 8 News Now.